Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. Today we're going to have some fun. I hope you like it. We're going to talk about our facial muscles. We have 42 of them. What happens with aging? They get smaller because maybe we're not using them the way we should, maybe doing the same expressions all the time. So those muscles too start to get a little bit smaller. The skin sags a little bit more. We lose collagen in our skin. We don't usually lose all of it, but we do lose some, and that's what keeps the skin nice and plump and fresh. And plus we have sun damage. How much time did you spend in the sun when you were a child? I remember getting some really terrible burns to the point where I would shiver. But that counts too. It's cumulative. The damage is cumulative. So you want to keep that in mind, that our faces are subject to a lot of the elements. As I said, we lose fat in our face also, which also contributes to sagging. And a recent clinical trial that was done at Northwestern University for 20 weeks showed that you can make some improvement on your face, but you have to do it every day or every other day. The study did run for 20 weeks, and I think it was an every other day thing. But you've got to put the time and effort into it, and some people don't. But I thought that maybe we could just have fun and try a few things and see what you look like tomorrow. Wouldn't it be nice if it was that fast? But anyway, we have sagging, fine lines and wrinkles, some of us more than others, and our collagen also. Our collagen level does go down a little bit, so this will kind of stimulate it a little bit. If you want to run and wash your hands when you're touching your face, you probably should. We are not going to touch the eyes, ever, so don't worry about that. So we're going to start with something easy. I'm going to take my glasses off. I kept reminding myself to do that. And the first thing we're going to do actually is for the eyes, but you don't have to touch your eyes. Just close your eyes and then open them really wide. See, our eyelids get kind of lazy. They don't always open fully. So try it again. Close your eyes. Feel that relaxation. And then just open them as wide as you can. I suppose if we were all looking at each other, we'd be laughing a little bit, right? Let's try it again. Closing. Excuse me. And then opening nice and wide this time. Let's try it one more time. Closing the eyes. And why don't you keep your eyes closed and just lift your cheeks, your cheek muscles, and kind of squint your eyes. So that will get those muscles in there working, get the blood circulating to them. And then we're going to open our eyes again. The next one that we're going to do is the vowels. And what are the vowels? They're A, E, I, O, and U. And I know most of us know that. But we're going to do it this time with exaggeration. So let's do A, E, I, O, U. When you do the U, you're kind of stretching this in here, which is nice. Well, we're not really stretching it. It tends to collect there, and you want to just stretch it a little bit out. So let's try it again. A, E, I, O, and U. I don't think I did a good job either. So let's do it a third time. A, E, I, O, and U. So that's kind of easy to remember, and you don't have to be in a special place. It doesn't have to be a special time to do it. As long as no one is staring at you, don't worry about that. Try this one, not so attractive, but we're just going to move the cheek muscles back and forth, or the jaw. Oh my gosh, I wonder what I look like. Try it again, back and forth. How does that feel? Not too bad? Okay. Now we are going to touch our face, and we're going to do something called tapping, which will kind of excite that collagen in there a little bit, get the blood circulating, especially around the eyes. There are many, many, many of these exercises. And we're just doing a few of them. There are books on yoga for the face, for yoga facial muscles. So very gently back and forth. If you want, you could do the side of your forehead here. You can actually do the top of your head, and it just kind of gets things moving in there. So there's many other things we can do. Let's just do a little bit along the jawline, and it might even feel good, especially if your fingertips are cool. Maybe you've just washed and rinsed your hands with cold water so the fingertips will be cool. And another one you can do is put your fingers behind your ears and just pull down, pull right down to this depression, this area that we've patted before, remember? All right, try it again, fingers behind your ears, and very gently just pull down, good. And then we'll do one more. 2 fingers behind the ears and gently pull down to this depression. And now, this is part of energy medicine, and we have done this before. You're just going to pat this area. And that's going to maybe make you take a breath. It just kind of opens everything up here. And you're sitting nice and tall, too, which is great. Okay, good. How do you feel? Do you feel anything in there, any tingling or anything like that? All right, let's drop that chin down. We're through with our facial muscles, but we've been working and maybe holding our neck kind of stiff. So let's drop that chin down. We're going to stretch those muscles on the back of the neck. And now this actually is also for the face. So let's lift up. And I'd like you to take your chin, you don't have to touch it, push it up toward the ceiling. So it's kind of an underbite rather than an overbite with the jaw, pushing up with the chin and back. So it is a nice stretch, and it's also good for your head and neck, both. And your jaw too. So let's try it again, pushing forward and up with your chin, holding that, and one more, good. Pushing that chin up and forward. All right, now we're just going to drop down to your regular posture here, and we're going to turn that head a little bit to one side. So you'll be stretching those neck muscles, relaxing them a little bit, and then to the other side. We've done this many times. It's just a great stretch to do. And let's go back slowly. Don't hold your breath when you're doing any kind of exercises, actually, unless it's the yoga breath. And then we'll go back slowly. So starting at the top of the head, we already worked on the face. Coming back slowly. Let's do our ear drop for a nice stretch here on the side of the neck. How does that feel? Good. And then to the other side. So you'll be able to turn your head if you have to. Or look up and look down comfortably. So we'll drop that ear down, good. And then to the other side. And I'd like you to stay on this side, and then just drop your head down gently, slowly to the floor actually, good. And then we'll drop the head down again to the other side. I can really feel that stretch back there. Probably from sleeping, the way we sleep. The neck gets very, very stiff. All right, now you know we always do our spinals. I call these our 4 spinals. We're going to stretch your lower back, and you're just going to drop forward. Let those arms fall forward. And don't reach. You don't have to really exert yourself too much, but the longer you stay here, the more that your body will drop down a little bit. You'll get a little stretch there. Feels good. So your spine can do flexion. This is spinal flexion, but it can also extend up. We can stretch the spine going up. So let's reach one arm up, grab that wrist, and pull up. How does that feel? Oh, that feels good. You are a little bit taller, just for the moment. And then we'll try the other side, and up, up, up. Spinal extension, that's what this is called. And I'm tightening my abdomen when I do this, so you're getting a double benefit here. Good. And now let's see if you remember what's next. We're going to do the rotation, spinal rotation. So you're going to sit back just a little bit, shoulders down, pull that chin in. That is really important for posture. You're going to take this hand on your mirror, cross it over, grab the arm of your chair. If you don't have arms on your chair, just hold the seat down here and just pull yourself around. I got a little click there in my spine, so maybe I'm realigning my spine a little bit. And you could turn your head also, good. So this is spinal rotation. All right, let's come back slowly. We'll take this hand, cross it over, and just pull yourself around, good. Nice and tall now, make sure that chin is pulled in also. Good, and then we'll come back slowly. Now there's one more exercise that we're going to do. You're going to take this hand, cross it over, reach up, 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 and we're going to do a bend, a spinal bend. Reaching up, don't let that happen. We're going to just keep that arm nice and straight, reaching, reaching. Good. You're going to be all stretched out when we're finished with this class today. Opposite arm goes over, reaching up, up, up. I say 3 times because the first time we usually do that, and then we try a little bit more, but this is the best. So reaching up and bending. And if this doesn't feel good, I might be a little concerned. No, if you're not exercising that much, you will just feel it a little bit more. So that's 4, isn't it? So let's just clasp our hands together. Let me see your palms. You're going to breathe out as you reach out. Don't come forward now. It's just the arms. Wonderful. I love this. It feels good after a while. You have to get used to it and do a few of them. Let's bring those hands back and breathe out again. How does that feel? Oh, yeah. And then we're going to come back slowly. So today we're doing quite a few different things, aren't we? But it's all to stretch, rejuvenate, breathing out. Try to straighten them a little bit more. It might be more difficult if you have arthritis in your wrist, your hands, your shoulders, your elbows. And let's come back one more time. Breathe out. Maintain that posture nice and tall. Pull that chin back in again. Let's lift those arms up. Oh, how does that feel? Oh, yeah, we love it. And then we'll come back down. Okay. We're also going to do something for posture right now. So come forward just a little bit in your chair. It's so easy to just relax down, but it's so unhealthy to congest all of these internal organs. We want to open up the body. So let's pull up nice and tall, shoulders come down. You can just kind of pull against your knees. And if you want to arch the back, just make it a tiny bit. You're not going to be able to do much more than that anyway. But if it's uncomfortable, you feel a strain or any discomfort, just relax and hold on to your knees. Let's look up at the ceiling. That helps too to straighten us right out. Push that chin up. Let's do another facial exercise, pushing the chin up, 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 up. Good. Now let's drop the chin down. Lift your shoulders up. You can pull that abdomen in just a little bit. You're going to round your back. This is the yoga cat. Great exercise. Holding on, pull yourself up again. Just shoulders come down, head comes up, looking at the ceiling, getting a good stretch all the way down the spine. Good. All right. We're going to end with our hug. You're going to cross your arms. Grab your shoulders if you can. If not, down here is all right. And just come forward. Think of kind of rounding your back. This is one time. You don't have to have good posture. Great for your spine. Wonderful. And then we're going to come right back up. This time, let's take a yoga breath, breathing up through the nose and exhaling as you come forward. Doesn't that feel good? Yes, yes, yes. And then we're going to come back up slowly. You know, I should have called this program stretching, because we're doing a lot of stretching today. Just quickly, I want to work a couple more exercises in. So let's put the feet just in front a little bit forward, heels down, I did not do my exercises, my morning exercises today, so I want to do just a little bit to get that blood flowing and moving. Wake me up, warm up the body a little bit, and now we're going to lift both legs up, and you're going to point and flex. Great for your ankle, great for the foot, and you're tightening your abdomen. We're going to work on the core today, tightening that a little bit. Good. And we'll be using our yoga breath for that. So you're pointing and flexing. Easy to do. You don't have to be in bed to do it. You can do it in a chair. You can actually do one at a time standing up, right? So this is a good one that I usually do. All right, we're going to put one foot down and circle that foot. Great for falls prevention, keeping that ankle flexible. Let's go into the other direction. Yes, easy to do. Easy things, but effective. The other leg out straight, circle, around, and around. Doesn't that feel good? It should, unless you've had a foot injury or a leg injury. And otherwise you wouldn't be doing this, would you? And around. Wonderful. All right. Let's come forward even a little bit more. Open those feet. Let's bring the arms up with the yoga breath. And exhale and just drop those arms forward. You can keep your head up on this. If you can grab your ankles or your shin and try to flatten that back out a little bit, that would be good for posture, wouldn't it? Yeah. We really have to work on the posture. We're going to do a whole show on that pretty soon. And then we'll come back up. Let's do just one more of these because I do want to work on the core, and time goes really fast when you're having fun, right? Breathing up through the nose and exhale and come forward. Drop those arms down. As I said, keep that head up if you have to, holding on, and kind of feel your back flattening and extending a little bit. This is great. All right. I did not mention to grab some water, and it's probably a good idea to drink water during exercise. You know, not the movements themselves, but just stop and take a little break. Put some lemon water or lemon in your water. It's very cleansing for the inside of the body. But lemon water makes me cough a little bit. Are you ready for core exercises? Now you really have to come forward for this one. And you know what? If you can't, just do the best you can. At least we're moving, we're working on something, working on our health. This part's easy. Clasp your hands together. Make sure those feet are flat and your feet are not together like this. Open just a little bit. And what you're going to do is just breathe out as long as you can as you go back slowly. And then, if you're tired, just do your natural breathing very slowly. You're going to feel this tighten. Good for the lower back a little bit too. So you really shouldn't have hit the back of the chair yet, but when you do, you can relax. So you see, you have to be forward in the chair. So let's sit up nice and straight, but let's get those shoulders down. Good. Arms up. If they're tired, let's take a rest for a couple of seconds. Holding on to those hands again. Breathing out. And the closer you are to the end of the chair, the better the exercise you'll get on this one. Tightens it right up. So you can do this type of exercise seated and lying down too. Of course, seated is a little more comfortable, right? All right, let's come back up again. Hands together, breathing out. Oh, that feels good. You have to feel something, right? All the way back. And let's come forward again. Sitting up straight again, though, remind yourself to lower those shoulders. Pull that chin in, clasp your hands, breathe out. I'm going to go back slowly. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. This feels good. I feel like I'm doing something. It may not be totally pleasant, but let's grab the shoulders again. Cross those arms over and bring yourself forward and down. This one feels good. This is our flexion, isn't it? Coming back up, grabbing those hands, and a little bit more of this, which really helps with our posture. All right. Now, another exercise that we can do is you can move back a little bit for the abdomen. Holding on. If you can only lift one leg and do this, that's fine. That helps a little bit too. But if you can do both feet, and just do that. And when you're moving, it's easier than just holding them there. You can try it both ways. If this hurts your back at all, you're going to stop. I find that lifting affects my back. So I'm sure to do my child's pose, my yoga child's pose, and that really helps the back. Put those feet down. Now let's do this. Let's rest for a couple of seconds. You're going to lift one foot up, then the other. Then the first one goes back down again. And the slower you do it, the more benefit you will get from it. So these are easy things. You don't need special equipment. Up, up, down, down. Now you have to feel that tightening. I mean, you don't even have to think about it. It just happens, right? Try it again. Up, and down. Down, up, down. It's pretty ambitious, though. I'm pretty sure you can feel this. Do as many as you can. I'm going to do one more. Up, and down, down. Even doing something like this without holding on will tighten this area a little bit. How about this? Under and over, and you can use your arms too. This will do a little bit of tightening also. It's easy to do. If you can't do both, just do the arms. It's something. As long as you're moving, I'm happy, right? Good. Okay, so that's another good one that we can do. Another really easy one is to rest your back against the back of the chair and just lift up your leg. I mean, that's it. Put your hand right here on your knee and circle, 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 yeah? It's good for the knee to do this, to get that synovial fluid moving around in the joint. Did you hear that little crack? Hope that's a good sign. Let's go to the other side, the other way. Yeah, I can feel something moving in there. As we age, we get joint problems. Some are serious, some aren't that serious. Lifting the leg up, plunk that hand right down, and we're going to circle and circle. Doesn't that feel good? And then the other way. You feel as though you're doing something. I don't think it's terribly uncomfortable. All right. Now, both legs out straight. And just stay there for a few minutes. And then move away from the chair. That too will tighten and tone a little bit. Okay, and we can just do anything you want to do, really. You can do something like that. Again, the movement makes it easier. You don't really think about it that much. Good. These are all things that we can use, right? To keep ourselves in good shape, get our heart rate up a little bit, get that blood circulating. Why don't we do at least one posture exercise today? So what I'm going to do is sit back, and then I'd like you to just bring your legs over on an angle. Just turn them to the arm here a little bit. Don't leave one over here. They have to be parallel. Watch that posture and just throw that arm in back of the chair. You might hear some clicking here too. So just be aware of it. Probably 99.9% of the time it doesn't mean anything bad. But just do what you can do. Oh, and that just straightens you right out. The chair helps. It's easier to do something like this because the chair is helping us. All right. Now we'll just come back slowly. Now move both legs so that they're on an angle. I'm going to sit back, take this arm and just flip it right over the back, holding onto the chair, turning your head. Good. Does that feel good? And then just turn your head back, not your body, but just your head. Great. As we get older and develop arthritis, it's harder for us to move and to just do simple things like if you heard someone over here and you wanted to turn your head, or looking back of you it becomes difficult with the arthritis because we tend to move the whole body. It would be nice to just move our head, wouldn't it? And if I don't do this for a while, it's difficult for me too. So this is a good stretch and a good practice, to keep that neck stretched out so we can move without discomfort, so we can move at all and look at what's behind us. So let's just try the other side and good. Turn your head back. And that feels good. Wonderful. We'll come back slowly. We have just about a minute and a half left. Why don't we do a little bit of relaxation? We'll do a couple of yoga breaths and we'll end the class being nice and mellow and relaxed. So let's breathe up through the nose. You can close your eyes if you can hear me. Hold that breath for a couple of seconds. Exhale out. Keep exhaling. And you'll see, even with one or two of these, you're going to start to relax. It's an easy thing to do. All right, let's breathe up through the nose again. Your head will come up. Hold that breath. And then exhale down. It's just so relaxing. Let's sit back. And we've got about 45 seconds, and we're going to end with doing nothing. Just relaxing. We need to relax too, don't we? So how about palms up, and you can put your arms on the chair like this. To me, that just kind of opens up all of you to what you're doing. So let's breathe up together one more time then. And hold. And exhale as long as you can. You may have to push that a little bit. And I hope you'll come back the next time. I'll have hopefully some fun, some interesting, helpful, healthy things for us to do. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And we'll see you the next time. Bye for now. Hands together, everyone.